We have a problem that has been steadily increasing in the US over the past couple of years. This problem is obesity in children as well as adults. Obesity is not a new disease that has just come up in the recent years. America has been experiencing obesity ever since the mid-70s, and now obesity has come into the spotlight once again. This once epidemic has now turned into a pandemic with the blink of an eye due to the mass majority of unhealthy foods that are being promoted every day, which leads to people consuming these unhealthy foods. Children lately have been the priority of this new health wave because of the studies that suggest that children are at an all-time high based on their weight when compared to children of the past. This increase in child obesity has brought up new complications that are mainly seen in adults 40 and older. Some of these complications consist of diabetes, high blood pressure, and as well as breathing problems when completing physical activities. With the help of my group, we conducted a questionnaire within our school with 3 subjects. We asked whether or not they believe that our high school provides students with nutritious foods that are healthy, and we also asked if they believe that each student should be required to take gym all 4 years to promote physical activity, and these were their responses. Ms. Carlisle, I have questions for you.
Okay.
How do you feel that the nutrition at our school is compared to other schools?
Other schools in our district are doing the same thing we are. Although we do get the food fair days, and those are fun. But basically there are restrictions on what types of foods we serve, and then how many, they're called waiver days, or those days like free, like food fair days. So on normal days, I think the nutrition is pretty decent. I mean, I've been watching, and the food, I don't know if y'all have noticed, I think the food has changed this year. Has it? And just from the way it looks like it's better, more nutritious. I know they have some different options, and it's not just greasy pizza every day. And they're bringing in some salads and like hummus. Hummus is out there, and that's really nutritious. So I think it's good.
So you think it's beneficial for students that are eating lunch at school?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, way more beneficial than what y'all would be buying on your own from like Whataburger and stuff. So. Yeah.
My other question is, do you think gym should be mandatory for each student every year, since the obesity rate in the U.S. is steadily rising?
Well, I'm like torn on that, because yes, I think kids need exercise, definitely. And I'm sure the obesity rate, not just among kids, but just Americans, is one of the highest in the world. But if you have to do PE every year, I mean, that's 3 additional credits. Like I love CTE classes, and you know, there's so many classes and opportunities for kids that that would take away from that. So, like right now it's 1 year PE, right? So. Down, turn it. Is it really locked? So I don't know. I mean, I guess that wasn't a good answer, because I'm going both ways, and I shouldn't go both ways. So if you need a yes or a no, should it be mandatory? No. No, because I love all the other courses that you can take that are career kind of based, career and technology based. So it would take away from that. But maybe we should put in like a fitness club at all the schools, and y'all could just join and go in there. Like a 24-hour fitness. That'd be cool, huh?
Yeah.
So anyway, maybe come up with something.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Lame answer.
The question I have for you is, do you think the nutrition provided from our school is beneficial to the student body?
Do I feel the nutrition here at school is beneficial to the students? I think it could be a little bit healthier, but for the most part, we do have a large selection of healthy options for students. I like that if they want a soft drink, for example, Coke or Sprite or something. It's something that they are able to get, but it's not just, set out in the out in the cafeteria for them to select for. There are more healthier things for them to select from in the cafeteria. So yeah, for the most part, I think they're pretty healthy options.
And for my second question is,
I have a second.
yes, if you think gym should be mandatory for every year for each student, since the obesity rate is like steadily growing in the U.S.
That's a tricky one because so many students are involved in so many activities, outside activities, sports and things, band, where they are getting a lot of, exercise. But I think having a gym class is important, but I don't think it's important to have it throughout the entire school year, no.
Okay. And now we're done. Thank you. Ms. Vaughn, I have some questions for you.
Okay.
Student body health. Our nutrition at school, do you believe that they provide good, foods that students can purchase, or do you think there should be more?
I do think that what's offered in the cafeteria, there are nutritional options. I think there probably should be more nutritional options, but I also believe it's up to individual students to choose the right things to eat. And so if students are choosing the non-nutritive options, then they're making those choices for themselves.
And also the second question would be, if you believe that gym should be mandatory for each student for every year, since the school only demands 1 credit of PE or any gym credit course, and since the obesity rate is rising.
Okay, that's a good question. September is National Childhood Obesity Month, and we discussed that in my other class. And I think it might be a good idea to make PE mandatory, but then again, with the endorsements, the way they are in the state of Texas, and students wanting to get advanced credits and things, I understand why a lot of students don't take PE. So I'm not sure that it should really be required, but I definitely think it should be encouraged more, or maybe more opportunities for physical activity outside of PE class might be available to students would be a good idea. Anything else?
No, that'll be
That
it.
it? All right.
After we conducted our questionnaire, the responses were all on the same page. They said that our school does have healthy options, however, there could be more. With the question about whether or not gym should be mandatory every year, they said that it should be the choice of the student to determine that. Even though obesity is on a steady rise, there are still ways for the world to resolve this situation with simply exercising regularly and eating clean food such as fruits, vegetables, and lean meats. With all this in mind, the next generation has all the components to reduce the obesity rate all over the world.